Good.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert with The Ted Show. I've got two beautiful, talented, energetic ladies on the show with me today. I'm really excited about this. We have returning guest Christina Vagle. Hey, Christina.
Hey, Ted.
And we have Mallory McClelland. She's new. And Darcie Elizabeth Mundy.
Hi.
Darcie
Yep.
Elizabeth is here. And we're going to talk about how to activate your joy through energy healing. I had Christina on last time and literally sat there fascinated. Not sure if I really paid attention to what the time was. But she said you guys had this group that you have where you work together. And I thought that's so cohesive. That's so cool. Maybe you guys can take us through something. So enough about me. First thing people want to know is a little bit about each of you and a little bit about your journey to here. So we'll start with Christina.
All right. Hi, everybody. And Ted, thank you so much for having me back on your show. There were so many, I got so much positive feedback and everyone loves you. So, I'm really happy to be here. So I am an intuitive artist, an energy healer, and teacher, and I help people access their inner wisdom, ignite their creativity, and collect tools to help them live their lives in the most authentic and confident way. And I do this through energy healing and art.
Yes, energy healing and art and art. I remember that from last time, the picture that you showed.
Yes, of the lungs.
Of the lungs, yes. All right. So Mallory, how about you?
Hi, everyone. I'm Mallory. Ted, thank you so much for having us on the show, number one. So I'm an energy healer and I do intuitive business consulting. I got started because my son has autism and I was looking for different ways that I could feel more connected to him and I could help him along his healing journey. From there, everything just opened up and now I teach other moms how to use their intuition and I teach business owners how to do the same thing.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And how about you, Darcie?
Hi. I am a CPA and I'm an energy healer. So my background started in finance in the corporate world and everything you can imagine a CPA would be doing. And when I got pregnant with my first, my world opened up to energy work. And that was 6 years ago. And here I am now. And I support entrepreneurs, business owners in healing their relationship to money in order to help them create a life they love to live. They actually want to live. Financial freedom, time freedom, all the freedom that they want. So that's where I come in, is really helping and supporting with the money aspect.
Fascinating. See, I saw that part about you, but I didn't know about the CPA part. Talk about different sides of the brain. Or at least
I know, right?
That way.
Just flipped. Still use both.
How did you three come together?
Wow.
Oh, that's a long story.
Quick story. Yeah, Mallory brought us together, so I'll let Mallory chat quick.
Yeah, so Christina was a client and a student of mine. Darcie was a client of mine. I became clients of theirs. I had this vision that we were supposed to work together. I sent them a message and I said, hey, you guys, we're meant to do something together. I just don't know what it is. Do you want to get together and create a supportive community for everyone going through COVID right now? And they both jumped on board. So,
and like a month ago, 4 to 5 weeks ago, we got the message and we've created this amazing community just from that.
Y'all seem like you've been together for eons.
Yeah, it feels that way.
It does.
It does. It's a very
well-oiled machine. For people who don't know, maybe didn't see the last show or who didn't Google it, tell us what energy healing is. Christina, you want to take it?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so energy healing has so many different definitions, and I think that although Mallory, Darcie, and I work so similarly, like that we would each have our own definition. So for me, it's a way to reset the body. It's a way to tune in and really, really connect with self, right? I mentioned on the previous show that, energy healing opens up my connection to self. It helped me become confident. It helped me learn so much about myself, really tune in, release old habits that weren't serving me so that I can bring in things that would serve my highest good, that would enhance my life and enhance the lives of my family members. And then from there, I combine that with art. And now I help others find tools that they can use, you know, their own personalized tools that they can use to enhance their lives and, you know, really just live life in the most confident way.
Love it. All right, since you brought it up, I love that there might be different definitions. So Darcie, what's your, how do you describe energy healing?
So when I'm working, you know, with my clients and even what I'm bringing into our trio group, it's really looking at the unseen pieces of our relationship to money. That's kind of where I'm coming to the table with energy work. So it's looking at the beliefs that are hidden, you know, underneath in your subconscious, the conditioning that you picked up from your parents or that's been coming down the line generationally. And it's kind of why you do what you do with money, kind of on repeat. The stuff that's just kind of happening on repeat, you don't realize why you're doing it, how to stop it, and how to shift it. Because no matter how hard you try, things don't shift. And it's looking at the energetic piece and that unseen piece of why you're really doing what you're doing. And that's why I love to dive in the way I do. And that's why I started moving away from more of the CPA business side into the energetic side, because there's only so much you can do with action. And you have to pull in the energetic piece if you really want to make big changes from how you were raised in terms of money. So that's for me.
Cool. How about you, Mallory?
I really use energy work to help people resolve their traumas and childhood issues and things that they've gone through in their lives that haven't been processed fully. Because the truth of the matter is, if we don't process something all the way, that pattern and that trauma and the wound shows up again later on in life, whether it's when we were in the second grade and our teacher told us our artwork wasn't good, and now we have creative insecurity, and that creative insecurity has followed us into our careers as adults, and it's really hard to create, or it's hard to be visible. So the way that I like to use energy work is to use these tools to help us go back in time and heal these parts of ourselves that didn't get the love and the attention that it needed at the time. And we're able to do that, and then we're able to bring that into the now. And like Darcie was saying, create a life that is the life that you want to live, the life that, you know, you're meant to live.
Love it. All right, so enough about me and my crazy questions. I think it's activating joy is a big deal. There's so much in just that one part of that, those three words together, activating joy. So you guys have kind of an idea of what we're going to do. I heard we might be doing some guided meditation. I'm going to let you take over, and I'm going to just highlight it. And if I don't fall into a great state here, I'm going to try to pay attention. I'm going to focus on you guys. So please go forth. Let's do it.
Awesome. So we're going to do a meditation today. It's going to be really quick. It's just something to help everyone feel more grounded and present within themselves. So go ahead and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. And just allow yourself to be here in the moment, knowing that the world is going on around you, and that anything that's on your mind, whether it's your grocery list or your kids' homework or whatever, it's going to be there after this meditation. Just take another nice deep breath and imagine yourself in the middle of the most beautiful garden you've ever seen. Maybe you want to imagine yourself at the beach or at the forest, wherever you feel most guided to. Picture yourself there now. As you imagine yourself there, you see a blanket. You see a picnic basket, and you see yourself just instantly moving toward it. You get closer and closer, and you allow yourself to just lie down on this blanket. You take a nice deep breath, and you allow any heaviness, stress, or tension that you've been carrying in your body to release now. Maybe you feel that tension in your stomach. Maybe you feel it in your chest. Imagine these weights, these things that hold you down, Imagine them floating away now. And as you feel the weight lifted off of you, just begin to stretch. Maybe roll your shoulders back a little bit. Let go of any other tension that you have in your body. Just take another nice deep breath. And thank yourself for being here in this moment, giving yourself the gift of time, giving yourself the gift of self-love. And anything else that you want to thank yourself for, go ahead and do that now. Take another nice deep breath. Imagine that your heart begins to open like a beautiful flower. And you can feel yourself just more present, more alive, more aware. You give yourself this gift of peace. You give yourself this time to just be present with yourself. You know that at any time you can come back to this visualization, you can come back to this moment just by closing your eyes and breathing. But for now, we're going to come back in. So just take a deep breath. Feel yourself sitting in your chair. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes.
I didn't drool this time, but it was close.
Beautiful, Mel.
That was awesome. I have to tell you, the first thing I thought about that was in the picnic basket was wine. So what does that tell you where my brain happens to be this afternoon? But I love that. And so let me ask you a couple of things. I'm a big fan of guided imagery, meditation, visualization. Why is the breathing so important? It's in everything that you all, it seems to be everything that you all do. Why is the breathing so important?
Breathing really helps you move energy that's stuck, and it allows you to be present in your body. So a lot of times when we're experiencing pain or we're experiencing stress, we want to disconnect from ourselves. We want to numb ourselves. We don't want to be here in the present moment. We're thinking 15 steps ahead. You add a situation like COVID in, and we're even more in fight or flight. When you breathe, you're giving your body more oxygen, therefore you're calmer, you're allowing your stress to release, and mentally you're more present. Energetically, you're opening yourself up so that you can be in a better state of flow.
Love it. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of mellow now. Not that I wasn't already, but wow. So tell me, are each of you going to do a piece? Like, this is how we walk into this, so I don't know. Each of you going to do something?
Yeah, so I'm gonna jump right in, and I'm gonna talk about joy, right? So because that's the whole theme of our show. It's
Yes.
Activating joy, it's spreading joy, it's creating joy. So during a time like this, the world, we're going through a really difficult time, right, as a collective, and it's really easy to get sucked into fear, to the stress. And to really take on other people's emotions and other people's opinions and ideas. So it's important for us first and foremost to understand what belongs to us and what belongs to others, right? Others as the collective, others as our family members, our friends, the social media, the news. And then, the other thing that you should really be thinking about is making a choice, right? To activate joy in your life, to really bring in that joy and how you're going to bring in that joy, because joy is a choice, right? You can't go and look for happiness outside of yourself. You have to find that within. So it's not like joy is going to come knocking on your door and say like, hey, here I am. It's time for you to be joyful now. It's a decision that you have to make. And in that decision, you have to really understand what it is you can control and what it is that you cannot control, right? So with that being said, the pandemic is something that we cannot control right now, but we can control, and we can react. We can choose how we want to react to it, though, right? So we could either allow joy stealers to come in and take the joy away from us, or we can choose to spread the light, to activate the joy, to welcome it in. So one way that you can get rid of a joy stealer is, maybe turn off the news for a little bit, right? We want to be informed of what's happening in the world, but you don't have to have the news on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? And then another thing is that there are so many different opinions, like especially in social media. Sometimes like when I open up my account, like you have so many different ideas and opinions and people shouting at you, like there's a conspiracy theory here and there's a lot of fear about something here. And so really understanding again, what belongs to you and what belongs to others is important here. And you can turn those people off for a bit, right? Like if there are certain accounts that are bothering you and causing you to have anxiety and fear, you can mute them for a little bit. You don't have to unfollow them, like if it's your great aunt, but you can mute them for a bit, and just, that's one way you can take back that your joy, your power. So, and then you can subscribe to shows like the TED Show, right?
Oh, I like this.
Inspires positivity and inspires people to and inspires joy. Or you can join our group, the Sacred Gathering, where the three of us, we created a space so that people can come in and they can become inspired and they can cheer each other on. We have a challenge going on right now. It's called the Embody Your Inner Goddess Challenge, where we are creating exercises daily for people to tap into so that they can, take a break from homeschooling and the pandemic and just focus on themselves for a little bit. It's okay. We don't have to always be in this doom and gloom mode where, okay, everything around us is falling apart, so we have to be like negative and we have to take on this fear. We can do these certain things, participate in challenges, or really focus on ourselves and our priorities and spread joy that way and activate joy that way. You can be, you can share your gratitude with others. You can, do something kind for other people. That activates the joy within us too. We're raising our vibrations, right? So we want to raise our vibrations. And when we do that, we inspire others to do the same. You lead by example. You can't do it for others, but you can lead by example. So those are some ways that you can activate joy in your life, and you can create some joy and welcome it in, and also at the same time kind of push away the joy stealers.
We don't want the joy stealers.
No.
I'm going to ask this. I think I asked it last time, but vibration, that word comes up a lot too. And I think there's a lot of misperception, wrong perceptions about that. What does vibration mean as far as what you all do, in energy healing? What is the actual word vibration? Why is it important?
Well, I mean, vibration is just like another word for your energy, right? It's the energy that you're putting out. It's what you surround yourself with, right? If you're walking around with a chip on your shoulder all the time and everything is bothering you and everything makes you angry and mad, well, you're going to give off like this lower vibration and you're going to attract lower vibrational things to you, right? But if like you spin things and you're changing your perspective, like, if you're not thrilled with the job that you're in at the moment, but you look at it as, hey, I have health insurance and I'm getting a paycheck, and that paycheck is allowing me to pay my bills, and I can go on a vacation at the end of the year. Like, you're switching your mindset. You're raising your vibration, even though maybe the job situation isn't, your ideal one at the moment, but that's something that can change. But when you actually start looking at things from, a point of view where you're grateful, then, that shifts everything.
Understood. All right. So Darcie, in my mind, I have you making it rain with a whole bunch of dollars, since we're going to be talking about money. But I'm sure there's a different attraction, a different vibration, a different energy that you're going to be talking about. So tell us a little bit about that. I think people are fascinated. They want to be healed, right? They want to be healed, but they want to be healed on their terms. They know what's wrong with them. So I'm sure they come to you all and go, I know exactly what's wrong with me. Just heal that. But money and how your relationship with money is probably the number one topic. I get asked it all the time on different shows. And certainly when I posted about this show, people do their research. They looked you guys up, and money and attraction and all of that stuff seems to be at the top of mind. So enough about me. I'll let you go.
Okay. So what I want to talk about too, and I will answer that kind of as I go through, when you're actually healing the root of your relationship to money, it's important, Matt, we kind of let in perfectly, even though we didn't plan to do that, I don't think, but Mallory's talking about grounding, getting present with our body, and allowing your nervous system to settle. And when you can do that, coupled with what Christina talked about around kind of setting those boundaries, taking action and shifting your habits so that you are surrounding yourself with things that are going to help you as you continue to move forward. When you look at your current financial situation, it is a result of your environment, your habits, your thinking, your beliefs right now. So when we're looking at healing your relationship to money, we go back to those things, shifting your environment, your beliefs, your habits, your thoughts. So it's this composite piece. It's not that you need to track your money obsessively, or you need to buckle down and eat ramen noodles for the next 2 months so that you can turn things around, because ultimately you're not going to be able to eat ramen noodles for, the next 3 years. Eventually you'll want to go back to eating real food. And then all of those same habits, the environment, everything comes back up. So it's important that we start there by shifting your environment. Like Christina said, creating some boundaries, maybe bringing new people into your life that are giving you a different perspective. When we're talking about the sacred gathering that we built, it's a place that we want to bring people to give them a new perspective, to give them tools that they can use to actually shift on an energetic and a deeper level. And that's the energetic tools. So although we're talking about money, when we get to the root of it, 99% of the time it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with how worthy you feel of receiving, how hard you feel like you have to work in order to receive. And it comes back to the validation, the worthiness, the receiving, which are really deeply rooted things that often come from our childhood and come from our relationship to our parents or caregivers, other family members. And we're diving in there. So the energetic tools help us to look at how we can take money and start to look at it as a tool, a neutral tool, because that's what it is. And start to take emotion out of it, start to take our worthiness out of it, validation, so that we don't have these energetic resonance tied to this relationship. And we simply are using money as a tool. Once you can kind of use energetic tools to release those ties, you can really start to see the patterns that you've been doing almost on repeat without even realizing why you're doing it. And you can start to make shifts when you use those tools. And that's why over in the Sacred Gathering, it's perfect, because it's, Mallory brings such a unique perspective. Christina does as well, and I do as well. And we're really bringing it all in to help people with that energetic base and that foundation so that they can heal themselves, heal their families, and have the tools so that they know how to do that. Because as we're shifting, as we're changing, I'm sure your entire audience cares about growth, and they want to evolve and they want to change. So those things come up as we kind of, grow a little bit, evolve a little bit more. that's more stuff comes up. And so it's important to have those tools to pull back in to help you as you kind of go to a new level, as you grow into something new. And these tools are showing and helping people how to do the work for themselves, because, you know, we're our own best healer. And that's what we want to share, and what we want to empower people with is that they are their best healer. And it's just us being able to share and give them these gifts and these tools so that they can take it and transform their lives completely.
Love it. All right. So I have to ask, you know, I'm trying to take all of this in as I'm listening, as I'm trying to be present. I mean, you guys don't make it easy because I'm so fascinated and I just want to hear a whole bunch more. You had to adapt, obviously, because of COVID. You all are doing your work via Zoom too. You can do long distance, correct? So let me ask, I had people ask, I see they do long distance because again, they'll do their research. What is it that you can do? How do you channel that? How do you make that connection with someone who's not physically present with you? A lot of that has to do, right, with you already. It's basically a no touch. The energy is there, correct? Can one of you jump in without me playing teacher and give us a little bit of a lesson on that? Because I think people would engage more if they really felt like they could make a connection long distance.
I can take that one. So essentially, when anyone signs up to do energy healing or any type of energy work, you're already coming into an agreement. So yes, we're across the screen from one another, but it doesn't stop us from not feeling connected, not feeling in tune with one another, right? Like there's a willingness to be open. There's a willingness to speak about what's currently going on in that person's life in order for them to have true healing and help. And when you open yourself up to that, it doesn't matter how the healing comes in or where it comes in from, it comes in no matter what. But when you're working with the healer across the screen, you're basically agreeing, yes, I want your support and I want your help. I want to feel not just connected to me. That's never why they're coming to us. They don't want to feel just connected to us. They want to feel connected to themselves. What we do is we provide a space for that to happen. And the space is filled with love. There's no judgment there. It's just allowing them to be real and allowing them to be themselves, and then allowing them to tap into this better version of who they are and where they want to go. And that's what it is. So it's providing a space.
It's awesome. All right. So how do you have lots of love that people shared? Of course, a lot of them are related to Christina. No, there's tons of great love on here for you guys. What's the best way that they can reach out to you and individually? Is that how you prefer? I know later on we're going to tag, I'm going to call it the Secret Garden, but it's the Secret Gathering, right? Sacred Gathering.
Sacred Gathering.
Yes. So this is what happens, old age, Secret Garden, not even close. Sacred Gathering. But how can they reach each of you? Is the tag that I did in Facebook the best way, or do you have your own pages?
I think for this purpose, as we're talking about the Sacred Gathering, the best place to reach us is through, I believe you tagged the page. So if you go to our page, we have a group, and that's where all the magic happens in that group. It's a closed community, private community where we have tools already set up. We've put so much love and effort into creating that space. We've already done trainings and workshops to help, like Mallory said, create that container and give you that space to start diving in for yourself. So the second you join that group, I mean, there's hours of work that you can access immediately to start taking yourself through this work. And then we have this really fun, active community. This week, Christina said, we're doing a challenge all around embodying your inner goddess. And that's going on all week. And it's so much fun. And it's all about, again, Mallory said, connecting with yourself, because that's where the magic happens. We're remembering who we are, reawakening to that, which helps us again with our vision and our purpose here while we're living, this life in this world. So find us there, and we'd love to have you come and join us so that we can give you these tools to help support yourself.
Beautiful. I love it. I told Christina the last time, you feel immediately relaxed around the three of you. I think that says a lot about your energy in general. Welcoming, opening, that puts people at ease. And I think that's so powerful because people don't feel that way very often. And they're always looking for something. I think they're hungry for that kind of acceptance that you all offer. So Christina, Mallory, Darcie, it was a joy. Can't make that up. I was holding on to that till the end. You guys are awesome. I will make sure that Sacred Gathering is tagged, and if it's not, reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with these amazing humans. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Ted.
You're awesome. See, I'm set for the day now. All right, have a good one. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.